police have identified the suspect in yesterday's early morning shooting in Eugene.
A nearly flawless debut for the Beavers' new starting quarterback, DJU, in his first game back in his home state of California as a college athlete. We've got highlights and my full report coming up later in sports.
And if you're headed out to the water this Labor Day weekend, the Lane County Sheriff's Office has some important safety reminders. Your News at 11 begins now. Tonight, an update on yesterday's early morning shooting that took place at 590 East Broadway. Eugene police have now identified the suspect as 22-year-old Jassy Tavin Savick of Springfield. Police are seeking tips on his current location. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Julia Smith. The suspect may be armed. If you do spot Savick, police ask that you call 911 and avoid any contact with him. The suspect fled the scene soon after in a silver Infiniti sedan, which had since been located. Now, EPD says they don't know which vehicle he's associated with. The victim was transported to Riverbend Hospital to receive care, and their condition is unknown at this time. Our team was out there just a few hours later as detectives from EPD's Violent Crimes Unit continue to investigate the surrounding area. We'll continue to bring you updates on the shooting as more information becomes available. Just in tonight, Governor Tina Kotek has invoked the Emergency Conflagration Act for the Benzel fire to allow the Oregon State Fire Marshal to mobilize additional resources to protect life and property. Governor Kotek determined that the fire possesses a threat to life, safety, and property, and the threat exceeds the firefighting capabilities of local firefighting personnel and equipment. The OSFM resources will provide structure protection for homes near the Benzel fire. Level 1, 2, and 3 evacuation orders are in place through Umatilla County Sheriff's Office for homes threatened by the Benzel fire. And we have an update on the wildfires in Lane County. The Horse Creek fire hasn't grown in size or containment. The Pothole fire remains just over 100 acres and is now 15% contained. The Bedrock fire is just over 31,500 acres and 85% contained. And the Three Buttes fire is almost 150 acres and it's still 0% contained. Plus, the Flat fire is over 34,000 acres and now 70% contained. And some reprieve in Roseburg as all level 3 evacuation notices for the Tide Ridge Complex fire have been downgraded. The fire is now over 7,200 acres and now 28% contained. That's a significant increase in acreage size from earlier today when it was over 6,600 acres. After days of unhealthy air quality, residents are now breathing in good levels. Crews are calling the rainfall a step in the right direction, as crews were able to have a more direct attack on the fire, which had minimal growth. Humidity in the air and low fire activity on the ground has seen the story of the week for crews battling the trio of fires along Highway 126 near Mackenzie Bridge. The largest of the three, the Lookout Fire, has reached the 20% containment threshold. Crews have spent time fortifying already established control lines along the perimeter. Officials say the low fire activity has worked as an aid as they can get closer to the fire's edge and better secure its boundaries. But things don't always go to plan. This week's light winds blew some embers across lines and into spot fires near Belknap Hot Springs. Conditions allowed crews to get those under control quickly.
We